All right, you guys, I am feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. I sat in the car for another 20 minutes before I came inside, so I guess I just needed a good cry. But I'm feeling so much better. Okay, so we're gonna warm up. I'm upstairs again. It's not as crowded as it is downstairs. Just kind of wanted to be out the way today. So we're gonna do some cable rows. I'm gonna do some warm up reps first before we like get into our real heavy working set. Also do some easy bar curls as a superset. So I'll grab a light easy bar so we can do a few warm up reps there and probably hold like some planks before we really get started. But yeah, so let's do our first warm up set here. I haven't done cable rows on this cable, so I don't know what's heavy and what's not. So we'll just kind of play around with the weight. You guys, I feel a lot better. I don't know if I'm gonna put that portion in the video. If y'all see it, then I decided to. If y'all don't, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I kind of had like a little meltdown in my car before we came into the gym. All right. This is a good light weight. It's at 44 pounds. Six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Let's grab a light, easy bar. We normally do 50. We'll probably, let me see if they have like a 20 pounder. Yeah, they do. All right, so we'll do 20 pounds. Let's do like 10 or so. Okay. Can y'all still see me? Let me lift this just a little bit. All right. All right. Wake up these biceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. I don't know if I feel like I told y'all this before. This is why I talk to myself. And it's crazy because I used to be embarrassed to say like, oh yeah, I talk to myself. Like, duh, doesn't everybody? Used to be embarrassed with that, but what's crazy is that has actually helped me get through some of my toughest moments by just talking to myself. All right, I'm gonna set a timer. Let's do a 30-second plank. Why do I throw my phone? I don't know. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, my knees. Okay. I'm gonna do one on my hands. Okay, and up. Oh, there we go. Whew. But yeah, talking to myself is great. It really, I think it's like when you hear what you're saying. Like it's one thing to think it, but when you hear what you're saying, then you're like, okay, maybe it's really not that bad. Right? I've done tougher sets at the gym. No, but seriously, okay. God, I cannot sit on my knees. Ugh, cramp in my stomach. No, but seriously, sometimes, and I don't know about all times, but at least in this situation, I was feeling worse than what it actually was. And I only came to that conclusion because in the moment when I was really upset, I was feeling like, I told you, I was feeling like I was failing. I was feeling like I wasn't giving it all I had. Like, I felt like I was making excuses for why I'm feeling this way. Just a whole bunch of negative talk. And as I was listening to myself, when I had the camera going, y'all can see towards the end, before I cut it off, that I started calming down. I think it's something about hearing what you're saying. I'm gonna look into that. Like, what is the psychology behind that? But I feel like when you hear it versus when you're saying it to yourself in your head, it's like two different things. But as you hear it, you start to realize, at least I start to realize, it's really not as bad as you're making it seem in the moment, you know? So I sat in the car for a few more minutes and just started thinking about things that I'm grateful for and, you know, reminding myself of how far I've come, reminding myself that this was the life I had manifested years ago. And I don't have to allow a few minutes, because really it was just a few minutes, but I don't have to allow a few minutes of negative feelings dictate my entire day. Like, I can still have a good day. And so that's what I'm choosing to do. Like, I still want to have a good lift. I still want to be positive for the rest of the day. You know, I'm still going to think highly of myself and remind myself that I'm doing the best I can as the person I am today, right? It's not about who I aspire to be 5 years from now. We're talking about right now in this moment. I'm doing the best I can as the person I am today. And I remember, we were talking about this yesterday, the old me would have just turned the fuck around. The old me from, I'd say 6 months ago, would have turned around like, nope, this isn't the day. We'll just go back to bed and try again tomorrow. Right? Like, but I didn't do that. I just allowed myself to feel what I was feeling, talked about it with myself, and then just started to remind myself that it's going to be okay and to just show up. Like, all you got to do is just show up and let everything else take care of itself. So, it was extremely cold outside. So I have on a long sleeve, but now I'm getting a little hot. Alright, let's do another 30-second plank. This time I'm going to do it on my elbows. Okay. I'm not going to get on my knees because it hurts. Okay. Ugh. Okay. Okay. All right. Good shit. All right, let me do one more light set of these, and then I think we'll be ready. Been warming up for 9.5 minutes now, so sip some water real quick. Stay hydrated. Okay. All right. Whew. But no, seriously, just one of those, I'm not going to say one of those days, it was just one of those moments. It's one of those moments because I don't know what it is. Like, ladies, let me know in the comments. Like, it's something about a good cry, I guess. I don't know. Or afterwards, you just feel like you're just releasing yourself of all the negative energy. You're letting go and letting God. I don't know. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. All right. I think we're all warmed up here. So next set will be our first heavy working set. And honestly, I think we're pretty warmed up with the biceps too. So I will grab our heavy bar. Let's start with 50s here. Do they have a 50 up here? Yeah. All right, cool. We'll do 50. And I want to go for like more volume, hopefully. So do like 12 reps or so. And for our first ab exercise, oh hey! For our first ab exercise, we'll do like some bicycles on the bench here. Just kind of stay in this little section. All right, so let me put this one back and we'll get started. I do have to play around with the weight because I don't know how heavy we're gonna go. But the warm-up reps were light. But that's how it should be. You don't want your warm-up reps to be heavy. That defeats the purpose of a warm-up. All right, so let's change the angle a little bit so y'all can see what's going on. All right. I think I have it on 77 pounds. All right. I feel great. And I'm gonna keep the thing is, what is this? I don't know, the narrow grip bar. We're gonna keep the narrow grip. All right. Yeah, it's on 77. All right, 1, 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, that's 15. Okay, we'll stop there. Next set we'll go up. That was still a little too light, but it's okay. All right, let's do some curls here. So because we used the narrow grip, definitely felt some bicep action in that. So we'll try to at least get 10 for the easy bar curls. All right. Okay. Move my phone out the way. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Fuck. Yeah, after the abs, the shirt is coming off. I am hot as hell. All right, let's do 30 seconds of bicycles. Y'all see me? Yeah. All right, here we go. Woo. God damn. Okay. And that was set number 1. I'll be right back. Fuck. I think you don't think I saw he was literally all in my camera. But I'm gonna just act like I didn't see it. But y'all seen it. Alright.
Hey, like your camera.
I love it.
Is it? I've never seen that one.
Oh, this is really good. Really good.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Are you into cameras?
You know, I take a lot of shots for Instagram.
Okay.
Stuff. I have a posting page
Okay, okay.
for bourbon.
Oh,
So,
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm a bourbon guy.
What do
so-
you take pictures with? What kind of camera? That must mean it's a really good one.
Yeah. Well, so it's funny. My girls laugh at me, and it's this thing is I'm trying to get to my page real quick. But I tell you, this little thing, it's unbelievable how much you can do. Let's see. It's down in Petersburg.
Oh, nice. Nice and crisp, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it just takes pretty pictures.
Oh, wow. I like that, yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
I post, tag the distilling company.
Okay, okay.
Trying to get followers.
Yeah.
I started in May. I'm up to like 250 followers.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Is that a $2,000 camera or is it $1,500?
I think this was like 28. Yeah, but it's really user friendly. I use it for video. I don't use it for pictures, but people
Oh,
do
okay.
use it for pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really good.
Yeah, and it's got a microphone on it.
Yeah. This was separate though, but yeah.
Yeah.
I like how it's just user friendly because I don't know too much.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
so
many things. So, it's Sony. I see that.
Sony A7
A7?
III, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check it out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I know what Santa's going to bring me.
Okay. Yeah. Check on Amazon. So.
Just so used to carrying this thing around, you know.
Yeah.
Always having it. But
Yeah.
I guess you got to be official.
The phones do a really good job too, though.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just such a step above.
It is, and once you start using the camera, it's like it's hard to go back.
The other thing is like lights.
Yes, your lighting is way more
Oh,
important than the
gosh,
camera. Yeah,
like
for sure.
Lights, I'd be sitting there going like, oh, this light,
Uh-huh,
Because like I've taken pictures in here,
Uh-huh.
and it's not so. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I tell you, that back room over there, if you get it.
Okay.
Like, at sort of toward like the end of the day,
Uh-huh.
after the afternoon.
Uh-huh,
you can
uh-huh.
get some good
I'll have to try it.
Yeah. I took a picture in there. Let's show you this. I didn't get much thing. So that's where that's where all those weights are. So
It did turn out really. You didn't have any extra lighting with you.
no,
Nice.
so the light kind of comes in.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll give you some ideas.
Yeah,
Maybe do
very
some-
nice.
Do some exercises.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing.
No problem. Thank you. All right, y'all, we're gonna get into set number 2. Let's do a back view here. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little hot. So we're gonna go ahead and get undressed. Get undressed. No, seriously, I'm sweating. All right. All right, y'all. So we're gonna do set number 2. I took the weight up here. I think we're at 99 pounds. I don't know. The first set was 77, so good shit there. Good shit. Oof. All right, y'all, let's get into it. We ready. All right. 1, 2, and 3. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 12. Fuck. Motherfucker. Whew. All right, let's do some curls. Let me give y'all a back. Listen, I was editing the last back day. Yo, my back was going crazy with them. What were we doing? Plate curls. I was like, bruh, like, what the fuck? I'd be amazed. I'd be fucking amazed. Like, this shit be crazy. All right, same thing. Keeping the 50. Let's try to get 10 reps. Okay. Y'all see me? Yeah. All right, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay. Whew. All right, let's do our abs. Whew. All right. Good shit. All right, I'll be right back. All right. Set number 3. We're gonna keep the weight the same. Oh, forgot to turn off the timer. Stop, reset. Okay. Whew. All right. 1, 2, and 3. 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Fuck. All right. Curls. Oop. 2, 3, 4. Mandy. Fuck. Okay. Oh, I done broke my damn phone case. Dang. Hold on, y'all. Oh, so much for that. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Fuck. All right. Good shit. So I want to go do some back machines, and most of them are downstairs. So we're gonna make our way down there. Let me clean up our little area here. I done broke all of my phone cases. That was the last phone that had a case on it, and it's broke. Okay. All right. No, I said clean up all of our stuff like we had so much stuff in the way, but that was the only thing we had was the Easy Bar. Okay. Let's go downstairs. Yeah, I'm feeling so much better. I really am. Thank y'all so much for being like a listening ear. I'll probably leave it in the video so y'all can see, because I'm not perfect. And the last thing I want to do is come off like I am, because honey, I am not. I am an emotional wreck as well. Now let me stop. I've gotten a lot better. Gosh, I have gotten a lot better at managing my emotions and keeping my composure and not letting people see me sweat when they hurt me or piss me off or whatever it may be. But I still go through my own, excuse me. I still go through my own stuff too. All right, so we did this machine maybe like 2 weeks ago, and I really liked it. So I want to do it again. So let me get some weight on it. Probably 40, I think we had like a 45 and a 35 one, if I'm not mistaken. So let's set up. don't see me? Yeah. Okay. When I first came in here, it was way more people, but it's kind of died down here. That's why I opted to go upstairs. I like being out the way too. Okay. I'm gonna put a 25 on. So we'll have a 45 and a 25. Okay. I was making sure I put on deodorant. I couldn't remember. Because at this point, we're at the point of no return. All right. So let's adjust this lap thing. Let me adjust the camera a little bit so y'all can see a little better. All right, so the seat is as high as it can go, it looks like. Okay, I guess we'll just let it be there. All right, so we're gonna do underhand grip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Okay. God damn. Felt that. Is there an ab machine over here? Let's see. Oh, yeah, they have like a crunch machine. Oh, someone's using it. It's okay. Uh, Give me a second to see what's around. I should have scoped it out before we got started. That's okay. I know what we'll do. We will do some side, I don't know, oblique dips. Is that what they're called? I don't fucking know. I just do them. Let me grab a 45. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Next side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, set that right there. Let's get into our next set of these things. We'll add a 5 if they have one hanging out. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, y'all ready? 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. Fuck. 1, 2, 8. Fuck. Gosh. God damn. All right. Let's do some more abs. And 12. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Fuck. Okay. Whew. Oh, there was an ab machine. I didn't really take too much time looking. I was trying to hurry up before my heart rate started dropping. All right, let's do another set. I think we'll just stay with the weight we had on here, because that was pretty fucking heavy. All right, let's get right into it. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. 4, 7, and 8. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, Oh man. Whew. Did you want to use this? Uh huh. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. Okay, we're done with that. Whew. All right, let's do. They have this rower here. I'm gonna wipe down this machine real quick. Let me get a towel. 1 second. Okay. I'm back. All right. So let's load this up. They had this at the other golds that I go to. So we're gonna do a 45. Oh, sorry. Where's the? Oh, I was like, where is the weight loaded at? Okay. I got confused for a second. And we'll do. Guess we'll just do another 45. I was looking for. No, we'll do another 45. That's what we used to do, so shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Y'all ready? Matter of fact, let me get a sip of water real quick. Then I'm ready. Okay. All right. 1, 2, and 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. Okay. Fuck. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fuck. Okay. God damn. Whew. All right. Whew. Probably just get right back into it. Give myself like 30 more seconds. Just finish this up real quick. All right. Let's do it. Gonna loosen, yeah. Matter of fact, let's change the angle. All right. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Fuck. Whew. Fuck. We'll give like another 45 seconds. Whew. And we'll just go right back into it. Fuck. Crazy. Okay. Definitely like one of our lighter back days for sure. But I'm just so proud of myself for even getting out of the car and coming in here. You know what I mean? Like, I'm very proud of myself for that. All right. Last set. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Okay. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Okay. Fuck. We're done, y'all. We are done. All right, you guys. So that concludes back. I'm proud of myself for building up the strength to get in there. I think sometimes too, I literally do the same exact thing every day, like literally. And I think that might also play a role in it too. Like, I try to switch stuff up a little bit. Like, you see, we switched gyms. Uh, trying to, sorry, I have a callus. We switched gyms, trying to add some activities to my day that I vlog for my Twitch and my Kick. So, you know, but again, sometimes it does get hard to do the same thing every day. Like, it doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Saturday, like, my schedule stays the same. So, you know, I had a moment, but I'm glad I got through it. One thing, too, that I probably should have told y'all when we were working out, but one thing, too, I, one thing that I do a lot of is, and I talked about it on my Instagram and TikTok, there's this app, and I've had it for a really long time. I don't even remember how I came across the app, but I think it's free for 30 days, and then like you pay a yearly fee of like $19.99. And I'm glad that I've kept it around. So it's this app called I Am, and I've talked about it on my other socials. Oh, oh, okay. I've talked about it on my other socials. How like it's an app that just spits out affirmations to you throughout the day. Like, you set the timer, like how many times a day do you want it to spit stuff out. It asks you like different things that you're dealing with, so that it knows like what kind of affirmations to send you. And it's so crazy because it always knows what to say to me literally in the moment that I need to hear it. And so before I went in there, it, because I get it on my watch, it said challenges help me grow. And I literally had just said that before we got off the camera the first time when I was sitting in the car. Like, this is where your mental strength comes into place. This is where you develop, because like I know that when things get hard and you just keep pushing through, that's when you get so much stronger. Then you realize that, it may not be that day or the following week, but somewhere down the line, you realize that whatever you were worried about or stressed about isn't even as big of a deal as you thought it was when you were going through it in the moment. And, once we started working out and stuff, I felt so much better. Like, I had a smile on my face. I felt good. Like, I really felt good. I think it just has a lot to do with not getting enough sleep. Like I said, I am on my cycle, so we a little emotional on our cycles, right? I don't know. I don't know, but I do struggle with, like, and I've talked to my counselor about this. I do struggle with feeling like I'm not enough, or I'm not doing enough, or I could be doing more. I have come a long way in my journey, but still have a lot further to go. Like, I don't think there's ever an end destination, because there's always room for improvement. But I've struggled tremendously with being hard on myself and not cutting myself a break. I used to do a lot of negative self talk. I don't do that anymore. But I get really hard on myself. I'm like my own worst critic. And sometimes I just, like, to other people be like, Jazz, you're doing great. But in my mind, like, I feel like I'm not doing good at all. Not always, but sometimes I'll have moments where I feel like I'm not doing shit, you know? And I think we all set our own bar. We all set our own standard of what great is, right? Some people look at greatness based off of your happiness. Some people base it off of how much money your business makes. Some people base it off of, do you feel fulfilled? Like, no one can determine what you consider happiness. For me, I consider happiness living in my purpose. So, like, I really love doing this YouTube channel, and that's why I've been able to do it every day this whole year, because like I really enjoy it. If I was doing something else on here, which I used to try to promote my OnlyFans on here, and I wasn't doing it every day. Like, so that just shows, like, whenever I have doubt, like, do I really like this? It's like, obviously I really like it, like, to show up and record myself, bring this camera around with me every single day, like, even when I don't feel like it, to still do it, like, that lets me know, yeah, like, you really like this, and I do. And that makes me happy that I finally found that thing that I like or that I love, because I didn't always have that, you know. I used to just do stuff based off of what other people told me to do, not because I actually truly liked it. So I'm so happy that I'm building these platforms towards my passions, which are weightlifting, which is wellness, which is um, mental health, mental healing, cooking. Like, these are all things that I truly enjoy doing. Now, of course, some days I don't feel like doing it, right? But it still gets done. I feel like that's with everything. But, you know, that's how I define happiness. And I've defined success that way too, because and that's because I've come from a place where I wasn't happy. I've talked to you guys about how I used to struggle with drinking, and it got to a point I was drinking every day. I hated my job. You know, I've been down that road before, and I was dealing with that for about 6 or 7 years. So I know what it feels like to be in a dark place where you feel trapped and you don't feel like there's a way out. And today, I know there's always a way out. Like, whatever I may go through in the future, I know that there's a way to get out of whatever. Like, you're never trapped, and I know that now. So, I've come a long way on my journey, especially like mentally and emotionally, but I still have my moments where, you know, I'm not feeling myself, or I'm feeling off, maybe feeling a little pessimistic, maybe feeling some self-doubt. I do still feel the self-doubt. Out of all of like the negative emotions that I've ever felt, like, I've been pessimistic before. Um, I used to live in an I can't mindset. I used to live in a scarcity mindset. I still struggle with self doubt to an extent, nowhere near as deeply as I used to, but there will still be days where, or maybe not the full day, but there will still be moments where I'm like, Jazz, I don't know if this is going to happen. I don't know if you'll be able to build a living off of social media. But then I have to remind myself, girl, you already are. Like, you already are. Like, you've been living a life, you've been building an income stream off of social media. Like, you have. Like, what are you talking about? Why would the pivot be any different, you know? So, but I do have those moments, or I do sometimes I feel like I'm lazy. It's hard for me to step away. I don't know how to not do something for something. And I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs feel this way. If you're, an entrepreneur, leave a comment down below. Like, it's like I always feel like I should be doing something for something. Like, there's always something to do. Like, there's never not anything to do. And if there's nothing to do that day, there's always something to do to be ahead for tomorrow. Like, that's literally how I feel. And it is so hard for me. Like, even when I have to intentionally not look at my phone. When I go on my walks with my dog, I don't bring my phone because I don't like feeling glued to it. So I have to intentionally put in breaks during the day where I am not doing any screen time. I am not worried about what's going on with OnlyFans or YouTube or responding to comments. Like, I had to put that in place because if I didn't, like, I'll be stressed about it all day long. And I don't want to live in a stressful environment. And by environment, I mean in my head because I used to, and I know how dark that feels. Um, I don't lose sleep over anything anymore. That's definitely growth because there used to be a point in my life where if something did stress me out, I couldn't sleep. Now I still sleep. Like, I'm going to get my sleep now. How many hours am I going to get? That's debatable, but I am not going to struggle going to sleep because I'm worried about something going on, right? So, I've come a long way. I do struggle with that. I want to share a few more affirmations that it spit out to me. This one was really good too. I am grateful for the money I have now and the money that is on its way to me. That one was really good for me because, I've talked openly about how in business or in my business, I don't know everybody else's business, but I would assume in my business there have been months that where I would consider not very good months. And that's because I'm basing it off of months where I've made X amount before. However, despite those months that I consider bad, there were months where I made way less than that when I was working. And so when I have those moments, because yeah, like I want to be wealthy. Like I I have big dreams, you guys. Like I want to be worth $1 billion. Like I really want that for me. So I'm thinking so big and so far down the line that sometimes I forget how far I've come. You know what I mean? So even in those months where I don't feel like they're good months, I'm still making more than I made when I was working at that miserable job that I hated. So I have to constantly remind myself of that. And then of course, like times are getting hard. Like things are a lot more expensive than they used to be. So that's also like riding in the back of my head too, like what you used to be able to live off of, you can't live off of that anymore. Well, for some people, but I feel like most people, going to the grocery store is a headache. You know, like I considered moving, but by the time I factored in moving costs, because who's lifting that shit? Like not me. Like you know what I mean? I will need movers. Like I already know this. But looking up, different places and even places that seem cheaper, by the time you pay movers, by the time you do another pet deposit, like when you calculate that up for the year, it's like you might as well just stay, I might as well just stay where I'm at. It's just I've considered it, but that's what I'm saying. I just have to remind myself like I'm still a lot further along than I was before. So that's something for me to appreciate. And I just have to kind of take some deep breaths when I'm in my moments of, oh my God, oh my God. Just breathe and remind myself, like, Jazz, you are still doing really, really, really good. Um, I am a fast learner. Everyone has their own measure of what fast is. For me, I consider fast like you know how to adapt and you know how to think in times of need, right? Like, I don't know. And that's why I try my best to keep my head clear and to not be stressed out because I've noticed on my entrepreneurial journey when I'm stressed, I don't make the best decisions. I don't think anybody does. There may be some people who do, but I don't think anyone does. You might make a good decision in that moment, like, but long term good decisions, I don't feel like I make the best long term decisions, especially when it comes to things like with my business. Like, what do I need to implement so that this doesn't happen? Like, I feel like I learned that quickly or better when my head is clear, when I'm not stressed out about things outside of me. So that's why I try to keep stress as low as possible. I feel like everyone has some level of stress, but I feel like it's more or less like how you handle that stress that determines like how stressed you are. Like I don't Like I said, I don't let things keep me from going to bed. Like I don't care what bill isn't paid or what. Like I'm still gonna go to sleep. I'm still gonna go to sleep. I've learned that, stressing about not being able to pay this or not being able to pay that isn't gonna get it paid. So there's really no point. I can't pull money out of my ass, right? Like it just is what it is. But that took a lot of time to get to that space that I'm in now. Before I would be losing sleep, I'd be crying, I'd be like all over the place, like literally having a mini heart attack because I'm stressed out about money or finances, like whatever. So I enjoy, or excuse me, I deserve to enjoy myself. I agree. We work so hard. And I'm not sitting here saying you have to splurge every day and live above your means, but enjoying yourself could be literally enjoying your own company. And that's something that I've worked on because there used to be a time in my life where I needed to be around other people. I was very codependent. And if I didn't have friends around me, and air quotes on friends, right? If I didn't have people around me, I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel secure. I didn't feel validated. Now, like, I have the best moments by myself. Like, I really do. And when I am around people, after a few hours, I'm like, I'm ready to be back by myself again. Like, I don't know if that's considered a good thing or a bad thing. For me, that's a good thing because of the fact, like I said, there was a time where I needed to be around people. And so, because I needed that, I was choosing to be around people who weren't healthy for me. So, I enjoyed it. I deserve to enjoy myself. I deserve to love being in my own skin. I've truly become my own best friend. And I also just think too, part of that is I don't know if a lot of people can relate to things that I'm going through in my life right now. Like that's why I'm so glad I have this YouTube channel because it's connected me with other people who have the same mindset as me that I don't know in my personal life. Being an entrepreneur, just working on being the best version of myself every day. Like, and I tell you guys, most people aren't like seeking that. Like most people aren't trying to do better than they were yesterday. They think they are, but they're not like actively working towards that every day. Like analyzing what they did yesterday so they could be better today. Like a lot of people don't live like that. A lot of people don't strive to have a positive day. And I know that because I used to not, right? When I used to love the gossip, I used to love to talk about people and what I saw, what I heard. I used to love watching toxic ass television shows. I still have a few, but they're literally dwindling down. I think the next show I'm gonna get rid of is Baddies. Like I think I'm done with that show. I, I think I'm on my way out. But I've these past few months I've really just been consuming myself. Actually, this year I've really been consuming myself with content that's based on self development, growing or scaling my business, and losing weight. And I stopped listening to music. That wasn't even really by choice, but it just kind of happened. I don't know what to listen to. I got tired of listening to the same song. So I'm taking my pictures for my OnlyFans and stuff for my other Instagram, like promo pictures. I'll play music because it just helps me move quicker and like get in my sexy, vibrant mood so I can take nice pictures. But after that, like I don't really listen to music like that anymore. So, now I drive in silence or I listen to podcasts about business or, development, stuff like that. So I'm really on a quest to just be the best version of myself every single day, push myself further than I did yesterday. And I think that's why I get disappointed like this morning because I'm like, man, I shouldn't be feeling like this today. Like, what the fuck is going on? But my motivation and my energy is coming back. I think I had to just let it out. Sometimes you just have to let it out. Like, and it's crazy because, and I'm glad I did record because I was like, why do I want to record myself being sad? But it helped me get over it because, like I said in the gym, it's something about hearing what you're saying. That's why it's good to talk to people if you have people who have the same mindset as you. Like, you have to be careful with who you tell stuff to. Like, you can't tell stuff to people who are negative. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because you just got to know who you talking to is my point. And that's why it's really good to figure stuff out on your own, or figure stuff out with your counselor, or most importantly figure stuff out with God. Because if you are, like, for instance, let's say you're having relationship problems, there are people, you could have friends who have been divorced or whatever, so they can tell you what not to do, but they may not be the person that can tell you the best advice based off of their marriage, right? And so it just really depends. But at the end of the day, you just have to remember who you're talking to. Like, some women are bitter, so you can't necessarily talk to a woman who don't trust men and who thinks all men are shit, when it comes to relationships, because they're gonna give you advice based off of how they see the world. So that's why I feel like it's not always wise to talk to people about your problems unless it's someone who's doing better than you, someone who you aspire to be. Like, if I had financial problems, then yeah, I would talk to somebody who is where I want to be financially. That's totally different, because they're going to give you advice based off of things that they've already experienced. They've learned from their mistakes, so that's different. But if you're talking to someone who's just as broke as you about financial problems, you get what I'm saying? Like, I just don't feel like that's a good mix. So that's why I choose not to share stuff with people, or if I was to, it's just because I'm just talking, not because I want your advice. But I don't even see the point of that because I feel like if we really friends, like, we need to come up with a strategy together. You know what I'm saying? And while I was talking to y'all when I was sad, I was literally, y'all could hear me. I was coming up with strategies and trying to figure out the root of the problem. Like, girl, it's because you sleepy. Like, you hear what I'm saying? But I came to that conclusion by just talking and listening to myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I had spilt that to someone else, they might have been like, I think you're just overworking yourself. Maybe you should take a couple of days off, right? And that might be the best advice to somebody, but that's not the best advice for me. What I got out of that was, you need to go to bed on time so that you can wake up full of energy, so that you don't feel unmotivated, right? That's what I got out of that. So just be careful who you share your information with, who you choose to talk to. And then sometimes people who are listening, they like to hear that you got negative stuff going on, because it makes them feel better about their life. So you just got to be careful. That's why I don't talk to anyone other than, like, my counselor, or God. I believe with all of my heart that I am meant for financial abundance. I do believe that, even though my bank account ain't where I want to be, ain't where I want it to be in this moment. I know for a fact one day I'll look back, whether that's 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 40 years from now, and I'll be right where I need to be, like, right where God wants me. Like, I'll look back and be like, I can't even believe I used to stress over how I was going to pay the rent, or I can't believe I was stressing over how I was going to pay this. Like, I already know that. Like, there's nothing that can convince me otherwise. I just keep walking by faith. Like, I feel it in my soul. Like, I know for a fact my business is gonna make millions of dollars. Like, I know this. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Like, I really feel it in my soul. Like, if you ever had a goal and you just know, like, it could be like working. You might be working towards your master's degree or your PhD. Like, you just know, like, you can already see yourself, like, walking down the stage. Like, you already know. It don't matter what anyone around you got to say. It don't matter what anyone around you got to do. Like, you go walk across that motherfucking stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about my finances and my business. Like, I know for a fact in my soul, in my blood, like, I know I'm gonna be worth millions of dollars. Like, I know this. So, like, I just keep holding on to that. Like, I've come so far, I've learned so much. I know for a fact, like, it's gonna fucking happen. As long as I'm still living, It is going to happen, period. I use self care, self love, and self kindness to keep my vibration high and my spirit happy. Do you see why I'm telling y'all to get this app? Like, do you see this? Like, do you hear this? Literally everything that it's saying, I needed to hear in this moment. That's why I love this app because it's like it knows. That's how I feel like. I feel like they have put a chip in us somewhere because it's like, how does it know that I needed to hear this today? Based off of what was going on earlier today. Like, what the fuck? Yes. We talk about this all the time, keeping your energy high, like just releasing yourself of that negative toxic energy because I feel great. Like, I really do feel amazing. I feel super motivated. I was feeling like down and out earlier. I was crying. I felt negative. I felt like there was something wrong with me. Like, just negative stuff. Like, ugh. Like, I hate negative energy. That's why, like, I try my best to not be around it. And then when it's inside of me, I have to, like, expel it. Like, get this negative energy out of my body. So we cried our tears. We wiped our eyes. We took some deep breaths. And we got rid of it. We done pushed that out. Like, it's done and over with. Um, I am getting more confident about myself with every new challenge. Yes. Yes. Just keeping the promises that I make to myself, even when it's hard. Sometimes I'm not always successful at it, but I tell y'all all the time, like, that really does help with your self esteem. Like, if you say you're going to do something, like, just fucking do it. We got in that gym and I feel better than ever. I would have felt really bad. Like, I would have felt good in the moment to go home. Like, okay, yeah, I just need to go home. But later on today, I probably would have felt super guilty. Like, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that? Why did you do? Like, it would have been riding on me because, like I said, it's not that I'm physically hurt. It's not like I'm sore, and I already know that weightlifting makes me feel good. Like, I already know this. I already know that making content makes me feel good. I started to feel better when I started recording. It's something about making content for me that just, I don't know, like, it's just a way for me to really express myself. I told y'all know I ain't got no friends. So it's like a way to just, yeah, like, express myself. Like, I don't have anyone to talk to where I can just, so yeah. Let's see. I'm becoming the amazing person I was born to be. I believe that. I love myself through tough times too. I am on the path that I have created for myself. Yes, I am on the path. I said that right when we started the cable rose. I specifically said I have manifested the life that I live right now. I will never forget. I used to sit the way that job, the way the building was positioned, you could see I-95 because I worked downtown. You could see I-95 right from the back window, and there would be computers back there. Big, big windows, like in my apartment, like big windows. You could just see the cars driving back and forth on the highway, getting off the ramp, whatever. And I remember I had this special computer. I always had to do work at that computer because to me it was like the best view of the highway. And I could look and watch cars drive back and forth. And this was before COVID, okay? So this was when people really had to go to work. Like, this wasn't no work from home type shit. And it don't matter if it's Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, like, nobody would be on the road. This was back then. Nowadays, like, that doesn't exist. Like, I don't feel like people go to work because I'm trying to figure out why is the highway crowded at 11 o'clock in the morning on a fucking Wednesday. Like, please break it down. But anyways, so back then, before COVID, before working from home, when people had jobs, right? I remember there would only be a few cars on the highway driving back and forth. And I remember thinking, like, wow, that must be great. Like, so just be on the highway in early afternoon on a weekday. Like, they probably run a business. I made all that up. I thought in my head, like, they probably run a business. I said that. I was like, one day I'm going to be on the highway at 11 or 10 o'clock in the morning, just driving, and I don't have to worry about clocking in nowhere. Like, I'm going where I want to go. Like, I remember saying that, and that's why I love sitting in front of that computer, because I could just see people. I saw like fancy cars. Like, I saw people driving in like Beamers and stuff. And I just assumed like that might not even been true. Like, you don't have to be rich to have a Benz or whatever. But back then, that's what I really thought. Like, I didn't know like all you need is some decent credit. I ain't know all of that back then. Okay, I ain't know. Now I know, right? But anyways, my assumption was like, wow, like they probably run a business. They probably something really important to be on the road at like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Like, like, I used to think that. And when I'd be on my lunch break, because we would get an hour, I would sit outside if it was nice out. And I'd be like, I could just imagine like having lunch and not having to worry about getting back on time before they say something to you. Like, I just was just thinking about all of these things. Like, I would literally be in a daydream. I really would. Like, I was literally, and I didn't even realize it, but I was manifesting what I do today. Like, yes, I have a schedule and I'm very anal about my schedule and I really want to just be as productive as possible. But the fact that I get to choose my schedule, it's fucking crazy. Hey, that's fucking crazy. That is wild. And let's read one more. I am able to manifest my deepest desires. I'm telling you, one day, I don't know when, but one day, I'm gonna be worth millions of dollars. Like, one day, I'm gonna have so many businesses in my portfolio. I'm gonna I'm gonna be so smart and wise when it comes to running and operating businesses. Like, I'll be able to take people's businesses from 5 million a year to 50 million a year just by making some quick fixes. Like how people on Shark Tank do. Like, I already know. Like, that's gonna be me. Like, I'll be able to look at a business and be like, okay, we just got to do this. We got to implement this. We got to add this. We got to hire this person. We got to do this. And 6 months to a year, I'll be right. Like, I'm telling you. I'm fucking telling you. Like, man. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm so excited. But anyways, I just wanted to share this app with you guys. Download it if you haven't already. It's called I Am. It's great. It really has helped me a lot with different things. It always knows what to say. That's the creepiest, greatest thing about it. Just like, when you think you want to buy something, you get on like Facebook and then you see ads. You haven't even Googled it yet, but it's like the app knows. Like, oh, you're trying to buy some running shoes. Check out these Asics or whatever. Like, and you're like, whoa, like I didn't even put it in Amazon yet. Like, how does it know this? That's how that app is. That's how that app is. That is how that app is. It's fucking wild. So download it. Answer the questions. It said $4.99 a month or $19.99 for the year, something like that. Download it. I'm telling you, it's really just going to take your spirits up. It's going to make you feel so good. Affirmations. I didn't even know that I was speaking affirmations to myself back then. I didn't know I was manifesting back then, but I was. Like, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I know some people are watching this like, girl, what are you talking about? I'm telling you, this shit is real. Like, even though I was miserable at that job, I still would come in with a smile on my face. When people had business ideas or things they were trying, I would still be super excited for them, even though I ain't even had no damn business. But I would just like already back then, like I would be hyping people up, and no one even knew how depressed I was on the inside. Like, no one ever knew that. There might have been a couple of days where you could see it on my face, but I feel like for the most part, like, I would come in there with great spirits, and management would see that shit, and they would try to tear me the fuck down. But that's in the past. But the point I'm making is, I didn't even realize back then I was manifesting. But the only way you're able to manifest is by keeping your energy high and keeping that feel good energy. So that's why. It's another reason why I get mad at myself when I start to feel negative, because I'm like, I gotta get this negative spirit off of me because I'm not able to manifest shit. Like, I can't be feeling like this. We gotta get this energy out of us. So did that, and now I feel great. I still have to figure out what we're cooking. I haven't decided yet. I gotta cook something. If you guys want to see what we did yesterday for chest, shoulders, and triceps, make sure y'all click right here. And I will see you guys tomorrow bright and early for legs, quad, and calf focused. Bye, you guys.